Another Netflix documentary with those sexy dinos. Let's see how the first episode goes. We are immediately delighted by an all-powerful Morgan Freeman at the dubbing station. The graphics are beautiful, both talking about creatures and ambience. Nothing to say here. Raw quality is nearly top, besides some very strange shots. The first story sees a Pachycephalosaurus challenging a younger rival who wants to steal his family. Morg will say that a lot. Okay, let's start with the first problem. These animals are often too humanized. This group is not a family. It's a harem. Not that I want to kink shame these guys. I'm happy for them. I could even come and take a coffee from time to time if they'd like to. But our personal concept of family and a reptilian harem are just two different worlds. You're not creating empathy. You're trying to fool me in the first 5 minutes. Maybe you already got a feeling of deja vu. And you would be right. Lots of sequences will be heavily, we have prehistoric planet at home coded. If it weren't for the fact that in this situation, the younger intruder seems to have the upper hand on, oh, okay, no. Deus Rexi Machina saves the situation all over again. I wanted to tell you that Spielberg had his hands on this project, but I guess that images spoke for themselves. At least we saw a predator going for an easy meal, instead of a stupid fight to the death. I also appreciate that they make a distinction between ancient reptiles and dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are reptiles themselves, but they appeared later in comparison to the previous inhabitants of Earth, and co-evolved from that point forward. Cause yeah, not every old extinct beast is a dinosaur. Marine and flying reptiles are not dinosaurs. Documentaries get that wrong more than the sick creator of this twisted universe should allow. I admit they have no problem being blunt when things get bloody. Not that I think there is something wrong with hinting deaths, or picking cases with peaceful outcomes when making documentaries, the opposite. But I can appreciate depicting natural scenarios for what they are, even violent ones. It's also true that terms like monster, nightmare, hell are used lamely. Besides the many similarities with prehistoric planet, I guess it's still too difficult to show these guys doing different things than eating, fighting, or like a swimming T-Rex. Boom. Never seen one on screen. It was that simple. And out of the blue, they show us an insect being engulfed in amber. Why using the generic term of pterosaurus? They were not all 2-meter wingspan freaks. I understand that this show is focused on dinosaurs, but maybe I wanted to get more information on that dude. What am I supposed to do now? Do you think he has Instagram? The crocodile morph doesn't even deserve a name. It's just the final boss of our heroine. Do you think she has Instagram? Under such a point of view, I have to admit that I appreciate the variety in gender. It's nice to focus the action on animals that aren't always male. Then there are these two idiots who remain fixed, watching a volcanic explosion coming into their mouths. Holy Christ, guys! Why do you always have to counter my compliments?